By 788, what remained of once mighty empire now controlled the territories around Constantinople, Anatolia, southern Italy, and Greece, and was in disarray after Irene of Athens started manipulating her son, the Emperor Constantine, and became a de facto empress. In the west, on the corpse of the fallen empire, barbarian kingdoms took its place. However, one stood out from them all. France, ruled by Charlemagne, now controlled much of the previous lands of the Western Empire, even puppeted the city itself. And so, the idea was born to revive the old glory of Rome. Trost a marriage between Rotrud, the daughter of Charlemagne, and Constantine, son of Irene. In this year, the two married, linking the two now empires. The ceremony was organized in Rome, and Pope was the one to give them their marriage. However, the ceremony couldn't stand on the one made 6 years later in the same city. In 794, the wife of Charlemagne, Fastrada, died, and seeing another occasion to link the empires, Charlemagne the Great and Irene of Athens get married on December 12, 794, in Rome by the Pope. This led to Irene moving to Aachen and their kids living in Constantinople. From this point onwards, the Carolingian Empire was referred to as the Western Roman Empire, and Charlemagne as the Western Roman Emperor. However, not all were happy with this new empire in Byzantium. More and more nobles started plotting to overthrow Constantine and free the empire from Western barbarian influence. In 802, the plan went into effect, and on 31 of October, Constantine and Rotrud were killed, and Nicephorus was chosen the Eastern Roman Emperor. Immediately after receiving the information, Irene and Charlemagne declare war to avenge their children. Charlemagne moved the capital to Genoa to be closer to the front line. Southern Italy didn't resist much at all. However, to cross the Adriatic, Charlemagne needed to win a major victory on the sea. This victory came in the Battle of Syracuse, and soon Charlemagne started preparing for the invasion of Greece. Western Navy under Charlemagne's command swam near the port city of Durrës in Illyria. The Western ships were equipped with catapults and trebuchets which quickly overwhelmed Byzantine defenders, and they retreated. Many Greek cities soon revolted against the empire, and later in the year, Bulgarians besieged Constantinople. Western forces advanced towards Thessaloniki, however, the Byzantines reinforced the city. Charlemagne settled in for a siege, while Byzantines retreated their navy to deal with Bulgarians to the east. Nicephorus commanded his forces to flank them from the sea and ambush during the night. The plan succeeded, and Bulgarian king was slain. In Thessaloniki, without the supplies there, city surrendered after Charlemagne started sending his skirmishers there. After capturing the city, Charlemagne had a plan to go as fast as he could to Constantinople and caught the Byzantines off guard. The plan partially worked. The Byzantines were caught off guard, and Charlemagne didn't bring siege equipment, so he ordered for almost his entire army to cut down the forest and bullet enough catapults and ladders to break the siege. Nicephorus and many Byzantines fled the city, destroying the morale of their soldiers. On June 23, 804, catapults of the west started bombing the northern part of the wall. Byzantines sent their reinforcements there, however, in the south. Western army attacked with ladders and started taking that part of the wall. Concentration of catapults made by Charlemagne soon made a big hole in the north, and Charlemagne decided to send his cavalry, which soon achieved breakthrough. And with these two attacks, the city's fallen. After keeping his men intact to not sack the city, Charlemagne turned south and started taking western Anatolia. However, Bulgaria invaded again, taking Alexandropolis and besieging Gallipoli. Nicephorus, sensing death, killed himself, along with several other leaders of the rebellion, sparking the surrender of all eastern forces. Charlemagne then landed in the Bulgarian rear and annihilated them. Bulgarians soon prepared a trap in the Balkan Mountains. However, the French captured several Bulgarian scouts, which told them about the trap, and the Bulgarians experienced another massacre of their forces. Charlemagne, however, wasn't satisfied with this and came all the way to the Bulgarian capital, Pljuska. The city quickly fallen and was sacked by the Romans. The city never recovered and doesn't appear in any maps in that era. Charlemagne then puppeted Serbia by supporting chieftains that later paid tribute for his help. By 807, the Roman Empire controlled everything south of the Danube. The last major action of Charlemagne was bribing the Pope, Leo III, to disband his state and making Rome the capital of now reunified empire. Charlemagne spent the rest of his reign billeting Rhodes to have better control over administration as well as improving the administration itself. He died on the 28th of January 814, giving the title of the Roman Emperor to his son Louis I.